Hey guys, what's up? It's Slickshot Games here, and welcome to another video. It was only just yesterday that we posted a quick little update video on the new update from CSGO called Danger Zone, but today I'm going to be going more in depth on the game mode of Danger Zone and give you my thoughts on personal opinions on what I think they did good, what I think they did bad, and the direction I would personally like to see them take in the next update. You know, giving hopefully they do have another update for this game. So without further ado, let's just begin with my personal thoughts on the aesthetics, the look of the map. Now it's not hard to see that it's a relatively, I hate to say it, but a relatively bland looking map. It looks very similar to the first hour or the first portion of the Half-Life 2 game from Valve. The kind of urban-y, kind of colorless, by the water, kind of the piers, the cement look, all that stuff, that the cargo bins, everything. It's very dull looking overall, very gritty, and you could tell that wasn't maybe their main concern. They had very basic house models and things like that really just had the bare bones kind of map. What I would love for them to see, or what I'd love for them to do, is add I know with the current climate, it would be clearly they'd be called out for this, but similar to what Call of Duty did in their Blackout mode, where they took elements of the old Call of Duties, maps of the old Call of Duties, and put them into one large map. I'd love for them to do something like this in CSGO, where they take, for example, the bridge on Aztec, or key things on either Mirage, Italy, Dust 2, connect them into huge portions of the map. Insertion was an operation map that basically I'd say this map is based on. Insertion, just a big foggy, cloudy forest, or not exactly like Insertion, but the premise of it is very similar. So, and I swear I saw the same red house as in that map, but I'd love for them to add things like that. Huge, very iconic maps all in one, with little maybe shacks and things in between to even it out. I mean, that would, I'd love to see that and pay an homage to the old CS maps or the current CS maps, and I think fans would love it. It'd be much more vibrant and unique experience than simply a bland structure of just houses and things like that. So that's just what I think. Now to get into the functionality of the game. Now, to preface this, I'm just going to say that Battle Royale, I'm not a huge fan of the Battle Royale genre. I really never have. I've wanted to get into it. I own the big Battle Royale games, but I could never, I don't know, it may be one that I'm not particularly too good at them, but the idea that there is some randomness to it has always been a letdown for me. That in this game, it's very apparent, as well as I'm going to be getting more into detail on the attrition part, the war of attrition, where it doesn't matter your aim. If they have better equipment, they will win, kind of thing. And I never have enjoyed that random aspect. And of course, there's skill to it and positioning, but in this game and some others, it's just very apparent to me. So that's personally why I'm not a fan of the genre. But without further ado, let's get into this genre. So the functionality of the Danger Zone mode is, I found it, let's start with the pluses. It's very interesting that they added something unique. The economy, the drones. I find that a very interesting element, where you have to deal with money that you pick up and grab. And another very creative element was they added all the standard CS objectives, like hostage grabbing, intel grabbing. Well, I don't know if that was an original thing, but and then bomb planting, things like that give you money. And I found that very creative and paying homage to the original structure of the game. So, but the drones, I feel they're very clunky. The economy system it's very difficult to get the high tier things, you could say, the ones at the very end. Having the ability to upgrade your tablet and your drone feels way out of the question, because of the emphasis they put on attrition and ammo and Kevlar and things like that you absolutely need to survive. I feel like they need to rework that, definitely. The drones are a bit clunky. They fly around. Sometimes they take a very long time, and they I'm talking about the standards, not the upgraded, but the standard drones take forever. They get stuck on things. When you're indoors, they'll drop your weapon on the roof, which I guess makes sense, but it's not a very smart system. They get stuck on things. It's just overall definitely need reworking on the drones, I feel. And it definitely caters to a slower pace of gameplay, the low amount of ammo, the slowness of it. It all just, and the amount of players, 16 to 18, kind of evens it out in a way, as the game modes are still very fast, 10 to 15 minutes you'll be playing maybe. But the gameplay itself, I wouldn't say is high octane or fast. Overall, I feel like the biggest issue is their emphasis on the idea, as I keep saying, the war of attrition. Whoever has more ammo, whoever in this game, it's just, we're talking near single digit bullets that make the difference, because the ammo is so scarce in this game. And I feel it's like it's a hardcore kind of level of equipment you have. You have barely any bullets in any of your guns. The good guns barely have any ammo if you do get them out of a crate. So ammo is so important, and it's $1,000, so you will be having to save up just to get a small ammo pack that gives you single bullets at a time. So things like that, and it does continue with the point, but it does work very well for the skill element, you could say, with the, if we're taking the randomness aside, the skill element of knowing how to utilize the very few bullets you have and a rewarding aim is definitely a plus in this game. But I feel the extent at which you need to rely on single bullets is a little too high, even for you being a very good person, a very good player at the game. It still feels unreasonable many times in certain situations. So it definitely feels, and the ammo, I mean, as I was saying, caters to a slower gameplay. You grab single bullets at a time. So overall, it's just, I think they need to rework that slightly, not overdo it, but I feel like they need to add a little more ammo to the clips just to allow for a smoother kind of gameplay and not having to awkwardly move between melee and only 5 bullets from long distances, things like that. So overall, and a quick little last note here about the functionality. The tablet, I think the tablet is a fine job. It does its job well. It's simple. The kind of hexagonal sections of the map give you an indication of where the enemy is and allows for you to kind of like have an idea, so you're not just guessing all the time. So what I'd love to see in the game, though, in the future, for Danger Zone, the game mode, I'd love to see, of course, an updated map, as I mentioned, a rework on the economy, make it less clunky, maybe just rework the map overall, I don't know, and then have an operation, maybe allow the game mode to be updated through operations, or have new things be added, new skins be added when you play the mode, or something like that would help the game grow a bit more, because I'm going to be making probably yet again another thoughts on the state of CSGO and what I thought of the update more in detail about the free-to-play and everything like that. So that's for another video, though. But for this mode specifically, for those who are really big fans of Battle Royale, I think that if they rework it properly, it could definitely be just a great thing people return to. But right now, I'm not sure how many people will return after playing this for a bit. So that's about it. Thank you guys for watching. Hit us up on social media, Twitter, Facebook, things like that. All support is always appreciated. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys next week.